Lipscomb made a really great comeback in game two. They could have just packed it in there, and they showed a lot of grit in game two and played great. He subbed a couple new players in, and they gave us some fits. But I didn't know this, but they just told me Harper went on a 9-point run, so that's great to see her be able to do that, and our team be able to step it up and when we needed it. So that was a nice comeback. And otherwise, just thought we played some pretty good volleyball today. That those teams frustrate us a little bit, just with how they play and how they're smaller. But we're looking forward to SMU tomorrow. I just basically it was the same as yesterday. We just subbed in. We put in Andy in a spot and Allie in a spot, and I thought it was. We were training all those guys to do that, so it was smooth. They're used to it, and we just we played really good volleyball except that stretching game too. But you got to give Lipscomb credit. They competed really hard and served some really tough balls and made some great swings. Number two kind of turned that thing around.
More excited to see those 4 blocks from Andy as opposed to that 750%.
If you get it tightened up at the net, she's going to block it. so they had some tight balls up there, but yeah, our middles need to kill balls and block balls. So the more they do that, the better.
It seemed to be in your second set. I don't know if they were passing or serving better, or just the intensity wasn't there. It didn't match what you were doing the first set. Did that allow Lipscomb to get in a better rhythm offensively?
Yeah, well, I think it was that, and then they subbed a couple of new players in, and both those couple players really, had no fear, and I think it changed their team, and it couldn't be much worse than the first game, and I think we had a natural letdown. So we talked to our team about that. We got that happened in the red white too, so we've got to learn from that. Got to play every point.
Would you have said if Harper served going into this match, then what do you think how she picked him apart there in the second?
Yeah, she's been working really hard on her serve, and yesterday she had a couple misses, but today she was thumping it really good, and Harper showed she can really focus and get it done when she needs to. That was a big step for her, but I know she wants to be a great server and works hard on it.
How big is a game like today where they're attacking Harper with their serve so often, and just her being able to handle it? How much today is kind of a learning moment?
Well, it's going to be like that every night. So, when you're passing next to Lexi, they're not going to serve Lexi unless it's a mistake. So that's part of being a 6 rotation outside. You got to be able to carry a big load, and that's why they're the Jordans and Kelseys. Those are the highest paid players in the world. It's hard to do, but if you can do it, it's separates you and puts you in another league compared to just an outside hitter that's only playing 3 rotations.
They're going to do a better job with their distribution tonight and getting those 1 goal.
Well, yeah, you look at the number of sets they have. They had a lot of sets tonight, and part of the plan was with Merritt getting her behind because their middles were releasing out to our left side attackers. So Merritt was pretty much one-on-one. She could. So I think she did a good job following the game plan and making good choices.
Questions? You see some of those newer faces playing well early
on. Those guys can play. And each game is just going to get a little tougher and tougher. So this is, tomorrow will be a really good test. Well, they're athletes. They have a great system. They've got a setter transfer from Michigan State. Does a great job. Or Allie's little sister came in, did a really nice job today. But they fired around. They got some big arms and they got some athletes, and they play fast. So you have to be really disciplined. I didn't know she did. Thanks for telling me. I'm gonna say it took this long.
All right, thank you.
Okay.